Alrighty, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing a Los Angeles Clippers off-season rebuild in NBA 2K25 after being eliminated in 7 games by the Denver Nuggets. So obviously, I think we all know what happened in that loss. The Los Angeles Clippers lost. So I'm recording this right after the loss, and honestly, it's not going to show the real player stats. But man, I'm not going to lie. Really brutal way to end the Clippers season. They were doing really good in the first quarter, but I don't know. The energy just shifted, I guess, and they just weren't as good. I don't know what really happened, but they were playing good at first, but obviously didn't end up working out. Obviously, we can't blame this on Kawhi. He was amazing in the playoffs. And then it was just James Harden, man. James Harden just wasn't good in a Game 7 elimination game, and that really hurts the Clippers because obviously they rely on him to be a great scorer. Probably, they're allowing him a lot, so it sucks he couldn't really do what he does in the playoffs, obviously, especially in that Game 7. Zubac is a keeper, obviously, really talented 5 man. Norman Powell was solid in the playoffs, but I think we'll end up trading him in the offseason, though. So I don't know what we're gonna do in this rebuild. I don't know. So I don't know what my plans are. I just immediately started recording after they lost. I don't know what the plans are for this team, but we'll head straight into the offseason, man. We got a Game 7 coming up tomorrow. The Rockets versus Warriors. That should be funner, probably that game. Hoping it could be obviously come out to the last wire. At least be a good game into the fourth quarter. But we do have Nick Batum retiring. I don't know if he's going to retire. I think Batum actually provided some good playoff minutes for them. But if he's going to retire, I guess he retires. So we'll head straight into the draft lottery to see. Obviously, we're not going to have a pick in this draft. All our pick goes to Oklahoma City from obviously the Paul George trade, which probably ended up being one of the worst trades in NBA history. I don't think the Clippers would have traded him if they knew he'd become the guy he became. But at the end of the day, you can't ignore that was the worst trades in the history. So, yeah, they have our pick in this draft, pick 24, and they have our 2026 pick and our 2027 pick. So, yeah, they practically own literally our entire future, which sucks, but that's the way the Clippers are right now. And then they also have some first round picks going to Philadelphia as well. Obviously, they got James Harden from Philadelphia. Let's see more missing out on in Philly. So, this 2028 unprotected, and then this 2029 first round pick as well. So yeah, we literally don't have any first round picks this whole decade, I think. So actually, we have pick 29. This is the only pick we're gonna have, man. Pick 29, and then we don't have a single of our own first round picks this entire freaking decade. So yeah, we're gonna be cooked. But for this entire for the next 5 years at least, we're not gonna have our own first round pick. Tyronn Lue could be fired, but I think I'm gonna keep him. I don't really think it's his fault. But like I said, we're gonna exchange the draft pick 29. But I don't. I would consider trading Kawhi Leonard, but I think teams still line up for Kawhi. 34 years old is the only bad thing. Harden. This team is practically really old, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hornets get Cooper Flag 1. This might be a really long and hard rebuild. So I'm going to take J.C. Richardson with this pick. Hopefully, he can develop into something nice. 72 overall. Harden declines his player option, $36 million. It'll be interesting to see what he does. He could leave. He could stay. I think we might bring him back for another year. Patrick Baldwin is a qualifying offer. But let's see. Do we want to re-sign James Harden, or do we want to trade him later in the deadline? I think we probably see how we're doing at the deadline, but if we're bad, we can consider blowing up. But we don't have an obvious reason to blow it up. We made the playoffs and stuff, but I guess if you just keep losing over and over again, it gets to a point, right? So I think we'll re-sign James Harden to a 2-year deal once again, and then we'll add a team or player. We could re-sign him to a 2-year deal guaranteed, or I guess we give it a team option or a player option. So we're gonna give it a team option. 1+1 for James Harden, and he'll agree to that. Ben Simmons is someone else would love to bring back, so if we can get him a 2-year deal, $8 million, it's not bad as well. Namir Coffey, then we could let him go. He didn't really play for them at all. And then here we go. All right, we got Harden and Ben Simmons. We got Bojan Bogdanovic, Chris Dunn, Jordan Miller, J.J. Richardson, and Cam Chris. We have a bunch of young guards that hopefully we can develop. Obviously, these 3 guys. We got Norman Powell, we got Kawhi, Derrick Jones, and Kobe Brown. We got Zubac and Eubanks. So they don't really have a backup center. So maybe if there's somebody we can sign for a minimum contract on day 12, I actually wouldn't mind that. So I guess to get rid of this cap hole with Kobe or not. Oh, I think I actually sim past day 12. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, this looks terrible. Zubac is down, Kawhi is down 4 overalls, Harden is down 4 overalls, Powell is down 4 overalls, Bogdanovich is down 2, Drew Banks is down 1. So yeah, I think it makes sense for us to possibly blow it up the trade deadline. We could have done it now. I think we maybe should have, but man, I think it would be this bad. That way, at least have a fair chance of winning, maybe winning another championship. But man, was I definitely wrong. This team's gonna suck. So yeah, we're definitely gonna blow this thing up at the deadline. I'm gonna trade Kawhi. We're gonna hopefully trade James Harden. The team that I don't really see a team that are like lining up for those two guys. It's the only thing concerned I have. So we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Your rotation: James Harden, Chris Dunn, Norman Powell, Kawhi Leonard, Zubac, Derrick Jones, Bogdanovich, Ben Simmons, Drew Eubanks, and Kobe Brown. The 10-man rotation. So we like that. Gonna see guys at the end of the season. Maybe we might win some games, but I really doubt it. We start off the season actually okay, so maybe at the deadline we're actually surprisingly good. So I didn't expect that. We're actually good, so we don't have to blow it up. Well, it's the off season, so we're gonna see if they get Nick Reed's averaging 8 and 10 from the Phoenix Suns. We're just gonna offer this, see if they counter me. They want a first round pick 2027, which actually now I think about it, that pick might not but I'm a Dobbich for Grayson Allen. Me and Grayson Allen's no longer term, so I don't hate it, but at the same time, we can't aggregate salaries. Man, I love to do this trade, but I love to get a better backup center that could maybe get in the rotation for us. Like I said, most of this team will be gone after next season if we don't win a championship. The season all becomes a waste, but I guess I would love to get Nick just for a year, just swap. So I guess we could trade a 2027 pick because it won't really be valuable anyway. It really goes to the Thunder. It's just basically a swap. So I'm gonna do it. Might be a little too risky though. Getting okay. Is there anybody else you can possibly get for this salary? Let's see. So Jalen Williams is on the Cavaliers. He'd actually be a really good backup center. Maybe we can get him for a first. They are championship contenders, so it's not gonna work. So who else is here? Maybe like Robert Williams, just make it too much money. Um, but yeah, like I said, Nick Bridges will kind of be the perfect fit for our team. So I think we're gonna end up offering maybe, or we can probably get it to where we throw like one of these guys not getting minutes. Like we throw probably like Kobe Brown. I know it's like shading one of our other young guys, but I think it could make sense. Kobe Brown for Alex, and they still disagree. I think we'll go one more time. So Trent. So I thought they would actually say yes to that, which is surprising. But if not, just steal away from it, man. Steer away from it. There's no need of making an aggressive move, and your team really might not even win a championship. So we could probably trade away Norm Powell for a better player. So let's see who we get from Norm Powell in a first round pick. That probably doesn't even belong to us, man, which I doubt it will. If it don't, that's gonna suck. But we can get DeAndre Hunter. I don't want to take on like I want to take on like minimum contract. So Chloe Ware be an interesting addition. So Mitchell Robinson's only under contract for a year. So I think we can get a really good backup center, Mitchell Robinson. We're gonna get Daniel Gafford. I don't want to trade 2 first round picks for him, obviously. But do we want to trade for a backup center, or do we just leave it like honestly, if the team is good, I think you just leave it. So we're not gonna make a single move of the down. We're gonna leave it like that. Instead, we're just gonna run down rotation and put the bench utilization down a little bit more. So that's what we'll do. Harden, Bogdan, Powell, Kawhi. I said, how's Kawhi doing this season? So 20. Maybe we could push up the shot tendencies and see what. So yeah, Kawhi's honestly is way too low. Gonna push that up a ton because we are looking for championships. I mean, maybe we'll see. Harden, man, these shot tendencies are crazy low, man. We want these guys taking a lot more shots. Zubac can even probably turn to like a really good player for us. We're gonna push that up. And then Powell, we need him to score a little bit more as well. So yeah, that's crazy. But I'll see you guys now at the end of the season. We're 33 and 18. Hopefully we keep winning games. Jokic is your MVP, so hopefully 2K doesn't, or hopefully we don't regret blowing this thing up at the deadline. But honestly, either way, you can't really blame me. We were good, so I expected maybe, I said 15-29 to one of our best records yet. We're going to make it to where Kawhi is his best overall at 89, so we'll actually play him at small forward instead of power forward. So I think as the original position, not really a power forward. So we'll have Norman Powell play the bench, and I think that should make it just a little bit better with Powell coming off the bench. I like that instead of him starting, obviously. I think he should come off the bench anyway, but we're going to leave it like that, and then we're going to run a 8-man rotation. This bench isn't really good, so we'll see. I didn't expect this team to be good again, like I said, but yes, anything could happen. So now we got the Warriors in round one. Hopefully we don't do all this to lose in round one, but we'll see what happens as we get swept. That is the most Clippers thing imaginable. Kawhi's gone. Harden as a think team option, so I think we'll accept that and trade it if he doesn't retire, which he doesn't. So we got to make some moves in the offseason, man. So our pick isn't going to belong to us once again. I think it goes to Oklahoma City. At least it's not a good pick since we made the playoffs. I think this leads to probably Tyronn Lue getting fired. I know it sucks, but I think that was going to lead. He was a great head coach. I don't love firing him. I don't think it's really his fault. But I think we need to get a bit of a change of scenery here. So we're going to offer Joe Mazzulla a little bit more money than that. I think he should come because we're LA, and he does. We get Joe Mazzulla, so that's good to know. And then for draft night, I'm going to trade Quallen. We're probably not going to get the best package in return for him, but we have to try something. So we're going to see if we can trade Kawhi Leonard to any team. Doesn't matter. We're going to see if we can send Kawhi Leonard back to the Spurs to see if we can win a championship. I like the story of this. Kawhi goes back to where he started it all and get his first championship. And obviously, his memories there. Popovich sadly isn't there anymore. But I think it's something we're going to get Sadiq Bey, 2 firsts and I guess 3 firsts in return. I guess the 2 firsts will make a little more sense. But instead of Sadiq Bey, maybe we want like Malcolm Rams, a free agent, Igor, Boogie Flan. Maybe we want like Boogie Flan instead. I'm gonna ask for Boogie Flan. Says deep out. Not ask for much as young players. So let's offer it. They're contenders. This doesn't make any sense though. This trade with the San Antonio Spurs. I tried to make it, like I said, to where they weren't contenders anymore, but I end up accidentally clicking that NBA draft and starting it. So we're gonna have to do it like that. Last, the superstar trades are really hard in 2K, so we're gonna make them agree to the trade because it's really superstar trade is really hard to do in 2K, and we're actually gonna be drafting at 16 now. So we got Benny, we got Braden Burry. So I think we take Braden Burry here with this pick. And then that's our only pick, I think. So we're going to send the draft. It says we're the Spurs, too. We actually did have Rob Newman, but it says we're the Spurs. We're actually not the Spurs. I don't know. It was an accident. I didn't mean to do that, but we're going to make that trade. I feel like that trade makes too much sense not to be accepted. And we make superstar trades go through in 2K anyway. So Braden and Rob Newman, welcome to Los Angeles. James Harden. Okay, here's the thing. We couldn't accept this and trade it away. It's $50 million. That's a lot. But this averaged 20 points and 37% from three. So I honestly think if we get value in return instead, we could possibly do good here. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to decline Chris Dunn as well. But I think we might actually accept and decline him so we can get value for him at least because we want to trade James Harden where they could possibly win. So it's going to be $50 million. But I think it could be worth it at the very end of the day because once we get rid of his $50 million, we'll obviously have cap space to sign a couple free agents. That's what I love. That's what I want to happen. So James Harden, and all we want to accept second round picks, man. Just has to be so. Harden to Chicago. Would he be willing to go to Chicago for like a piece or two? Let's see. Harden in Minnesota, I could see him going to the Timberwolves. Because they obviously need like a point guard and stuff. I wonder if it'll be crazy, but I wonder if we get Robert Dillingham from them. I don't know. It might be a little too crazy. They don't need to give me Rudy Gobert. So, yeah, they don't have available cap space. That would have been a good idea, though. Can't lie. But we'll keep looking. So, Chicago needs a point guard. Harden's here, but I don't know. You send him like the Heat. Maybe the Heat, but still, they don't really, I don't know. You don't have confidence to take him on. It's going to be hard finding a team cap space and want to take him on as well. So it'll be hard to do, but I think we can possibly get it done by using it. So we do them in the trade finder. What popped up again, man? So we can send him to Chicago for 2 players. But I don't know. I don't really know how this will go. So we can send. So the Phoenix Suns at cap space, but the Pistons as well. Let's see. The Hornets have some cap space they can give me, but I don't really see them. The Hawks have some cap space, and the Bulls. But I think we'll probably end up sending him to Chicago. I don't know. It's like the sound of it. Maybe. I don't think he'll win there, but it'll be something. So if we can get this 2027 Bulls a protected pick, and then can we just get like Jalen Smith or Alonzo Ball in return? So Jalen Smith and a first round pick for James Harden. Not a lot by any means. Probably could squeeze like 2 seconds out of them as well. I'd love to get actually no. Can we get Maz Buzelis instead? So Maz Buzelis is the first for James Harden. They are not interested, but we can possibly get this done by just including like one of these guys with it. So I don't want to trade in these guys. I'll give you Kobe Brown if that gets okay. We get it done. So it's like that. You get Maz Buzelis for James Harden. So absolute robbery there. We hopefully develop him or something. And now we got money. We got a lot of money. Even if we sign Luka, we'll probably have money for another great player. So, but I'm not going to sign Luka Doncic because he's re-signing with the Lakers. I don't think he'll do something like that. He joins the Clippers. So, all right. So we're in need for practically everything. We can probably move Buzelis. We'll probably stay at power forward. But I do want to start Braden this year. So Braden will be our point guard. Ben Simmons could probably slide down to small forward or something like that. So yeah, Ben Simmons will slide to small forward for us. So we'll do that. And then we need a center. And then we could possibly sign a really good free agent. So that's what I'm hoping for. So let's see what's there. So Paulo Banchero would be an interesting guy, but he's going back to Orlando. Jalen Williams, the Bulls are offering him, but that's not going to go through anymore. Obviously, they have James Harden, so I feel like I did them wrong. But okay, Chet Holmgren, I usually see him leave the Thunder, so maybe if we throw the best package at them. So it looks like oh no, I was about to say decline his team option. No, they just let him walk afraid. So maybe get Chet, Trey Dyson Daniels, Mikal, Austin Reeves is here, so you can jump on that. Tari Eason, Jabari Smith. I can go after those guys all the time. Shaden Sharp hasn't developed too much. Maybe we go after him. But now it's, going through the line of guys that aren't really, that good. So, dude, Casey Wallace is here. But it's a big contract heading into the next couple of years. But, all right, what do I want to do? Do I want to go after one of the big fish? Or do I want to stay, like, maybe getting Shaden Sharp or somebody? Shaden Sharp would slide right in the shooting guard spot if we do get him. But no, screw it. I'm offering Paul and Kieran with Chet, man. I'm not, if they let me get him, they let me get him. But we're offering Chalmers as well because Chet and Zubac would be lethal. And then who's the other guy I said I might want? It was Shaden Sharp, but I think he'll still be here. All right, are we gonna get Chandler, Paul, and Carroll? They match me. Okay, they match me. That's fair. That's fair. It's fine. Luca is going. Still no offers, but I'm still not gonna do it. KD's going back to the Suns. Triple J. You signed Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't really want that. I want somebody like young, but there's nobody young here. I guess Shane Sharp is here in theory, and we need somebody to waste our money on. So yeah, let's overpay on. We still have $50 million left. So yeah, let's overpay on Shane Sharp. Why not? Are they gonna match me? They aren't. We're gonna get Shane Sharp as a start, so we'll take that. So Shane Sharp, we'll still have $50 million left to sign another player. So obviously we're LA. Who's the guys who want to come to? Shane Sharp will be our new starting shooting guard. Ahmad Buzel is here as well. So now we need to worry about probably signing depth. So like a backup small forward and a center. So small forward and center. Tari Eason signing him the small forward sounds really good. But we got guys like Bryce Sensabaugh here as well. I'm going to offer Bryce Sensabaugh. He develops this off. They're really nice in 2K. So 4-year deal, 15 million. We're going to sign Bryce Sensabaugh to a contract. So we'll sign him, and now we need a backup center. So let's see what's here. So do we want to go after like a really when we have the money to do? We could probably retool this team that easily. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if we get a backup center with our money. We could have signed Tari Eason. We still could, but I went after him in the last bit. I kind of want to steer away from it though. So let's see what's here. So we have the money to overpay, like I said. Nick Richards, somebody I wanted, but obviously we couldn't land him. Jalen Williams is here. He is restricted, so the Cleveland Cavaliers have his restrictions. But I like the idea of signing Mitchell Robinson. I feel like he'd be really solid. Yeah, for 21 mil. I might be a little too crazy. But maybe wait on day 12 to see if any of the bigs are here, which I think they will be. So maybe we can get a guy like Mark Williams on day 12 because obviously he has back issues. And the Hornets probably won't bring him back. But he would. Oh, no. I'm not paying him $33 million, though. That's something I can't really do. We could pay him like $25 million for 2 years. But would he be worth it? I don't know. I don't know if we spent our money on him. But like I said, Mitchell Robinson was the guy, and his money went up. His money went up even more. So I don't understand why his money went up. But if we get him to like 18.5 million flat rate, or I guess it can't be flat rate. So back plus 5, 18 plus 75 million for 3 or 2 years. 2 years, and we're gonna get Mitchell Robinson to be backup center. So we completely retooled this team. Shane Sharp, Ben Simmons, Buzelis. So we're hoping Mod Buzelis can become something for us. We got these 3 young guards all up in Boogie Flint, Richardson, and Cam Christie. So Cam Christie, obviously the brother of Max Christie. But all right. Heading in year 2027, Los Angeles has completely been rebranded into the new team. Obviously, no more Kawhi, no more James Harden. It is now the hopefully Shane Sharp and Miles Buzella show. So we're gonna see Tennessee's though. I'm gonna fix that first. So Zubac obviously is a solid center, and then we got Shane Sharp. That's going up. We're gonna see if we can turn him to a starter. The Blazers gave up on him, and we're just gonna give him a shot in LA. It's the bright lights of LA, so we'll see how it works on Modest Buzelis. We gave you a shot as well. I think you're going to be a free agent. So you're going to be a free agent in 2 years, never mind. So, and then Harden. So did Harden go down? He went up to, wow, he went down to 8. We fleeced them. That's crazy, though. Yeah, I feel bad for Chicago if they would ever do that trade. And then where do we send Kawhi to? San Antonio. He went out to 85. But he's on a 1 year deal. It's kind of like a low risk type of guy because if it doesn't work out, they'll let him go on free agency. So that's really why I like the idea. And they only give up the 60th overall pick, which is nothing crazy. If they let him go on free agency, they'll have cap space. That's what I'm liking for them. And then I do want to start Bryce Sensabaugh over Ben Simmons. So the starting five is going to be Boogie Flan, Shane Sharp, Sensabaugh, Buzelis, Zubac, Mitchell Robinson, Ben Simmons, Derrick Jones, Jason Richardson, and Braden Burries. At least Cam Christie out, which does suck, but I think he'll get in once we possibly trade away Derrick Jones Jr. at the trade deadline on a 1 year deal. So we're going to get Cam Christie and hopefully Jordan Miller can get in set once we trade away Derrick Jones and maybe Ben Simmons so we can fully embrace the young guys. But we're not going to be as good as we were last season because we don't have Kawhi or obviously James Harden on our team anymore. But yeah, we're probably going to miss the playoffs. Cavaliers, we get Max Strus, which he's, I think, an expiring contract as well. So yeah, they get him off 6.5 points per game. They get Derrick Jones Jr. Move him to small forward. He ended up going up a ton. They shoot at 41% from three this year. So he actually be a lot more valuable than Max Strus. So I wonder if he can maybe get 2 seconds, but I don't know. It's going to probably only be like this. So Max Strus is a guy that won't play for us, but he'll just be there, obviously. So not good for him, but it's good for us because we don't need him playing. As like I said, we're actually not bad. Strus could plug in this rotation, but I just would much rather play Cam Christie, man. So we're gonna leave it like that, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. That'll be our only trade. We are 20-32. There's no intention of us sucking, but at the end of the day, we have this Bulls pick and we have this Atlanta Hawks pick. So if they're bad, that obviously is good on us. He's your MVP. We honestly had the opportunity to sign him, but I think it's unrealistic because he's probably signing that big extension with the Lakers. Harden went 6 men in Chicago, but they didn't make the playoffs. I don't think so. So yeah, we ended up finishing off, like I said, not making the playoffs. But did the Bulls make it in? Really did not. We'll have a lottery pick, and our other team was the Hawks. They were the 5th seed, so I guess they won't be too good. We had 21 from Shaden Sharp, 17 from Evans Zubac, 14.5 from Buzelis, Jace Richardson. So let me get this straight. Shaden Sharp played great his first year as the number 1 option, so we'll take that. Zubac is going to continue to be good. Zealous was okay. I would love him to be a little bit better than that, but it was, I guess, fine. He still has 1 more year to prove himself. 13 from Jace Richardson. He proved himself after not playing in the rotation the entire year. So he'll be a good piece. Boogie Flan was good as well. Their starting point guard was 12 and 8, and I think he shot good from 3 as well. And then Bryce Sensabaugh, we all know how good he is in 2K. Cam Christie, 9.5 points in the second half, 8 from Braden Burries. We had 7 from Benson. He won't be back. Mitch Robinson was 6 and 8 and a block. He'll be a really good backup 5. Strus with 6, but let's say straight into the play off season. So the Hawks get eliminated in round 1. So that should help us out at least a little bit. That'll help us. So Kawhi wins a ring as well in San Antonio. So that obviously couldn't have been a better story we just made there. So I like it. I like it a lot. So, but we're gonna be projected pick 2 via Chicago. So Bulls were that bad. So, and then the other pick is in the lottery. But and then the Thunder get our pick 5. We all know how that goes. Whatever. But all right, are we gonna end up getting the second overall pick? We are gonna fall to. What are we gonna fall to? We're gonna fall to 6. Dude, you know how disappointing that is, man. Oh well, I guess we'll snag somebody at 6 either way. But man, I did really want somebody really good in this draft. I really did want Terrence Stokes or Brandon McCoy, Eric Costanza, but it's fine. So we'll go ahead and hop into the draft here with the 6th overall pick. And the Thunder get our pick in the draft as well with Terrence Stokes. So yeah, they get a number 1 overall pick from us, which is crazy to think about. But we got Hugo, we got Taj Ariza, we got Elijah Williams, Sadiq White. Honestly, I don't know who we even take. So we have our guards, we really have everything. So we need a backup power forward though. So what is this Hugo guy about? So all NBA, not really showing much about him. Sadiq White is Hall. I'm taking Sadiq White, dude. Sadiq White, welcome. And then we have this pick from the Hawks, which we got Jalen Montgomery, we got Trent Perry, we got Caden Allen. So I guess we'll end up taking Caden Allen with this pick. And then we have one more pick as well from the team. We'll take like Jalen Montgomery with this pick. We have another second round pick as well. We'll take Chuck Samuels, and that'll end it off. So Sneak Wise is 75, Keanu is 72, Montgomery, and then Chuck Samuels with 70. Zealous, Boogie, Jay Anderson, Cam Christie, and Jordan Miller will all be back to the team. And then free agency, do we have Wimby money? We don't. We don't really have cap space this year, but Ben Simmons and Strus won't be back. Well, Strus playing in the second half of the season. The first time I just didn't notice. I just didn't notice it, man. But that's whatever. So Boogie Flan and Braden Burries is our point guard rotation. Sheen Sharp and Jace Richardson. Whoever does all this more will be our backup shooting guard. But we possibly can move on this guy to small forward as well. That's probably what we'll do. So one of those guys will be the backup small forward. So Cam Christie, 6'8". I think it makes more sense to move him there, especially that he goes up. But the Jay Richardson go up at small forward. He goes up a little bit more. But I like Cam Christie's fit at small forward better because he is he's a lot taller, 6'6" and 6'3" are two, or 6'3", 6'4", 6'3" are two totally different heights. So obviously it'll be good. So our team really should develop really nice. So I'm honestly not really begging for us to make a move. We have our center rotation, we have our power forward rotation and forward rotation set. So we could make a slight change. So Rasheer Fleming is here, just sitting in free agency, and we know he's going to develop. Bobby Clemens all sitting here in free agency. So do we want to offer a contract out one of them? Do we want to save our money? We got a little Mike Prosper sitting here. Sheer Fleming's interesting. And everybody else is just sitting here for absolutely no reason. So you can sign with Sheer Fleming, but I like Sadiq White in his minutes. I might just leave it. He might develop into something really nice. Eagles with the Hawks, but I'm going to leave it. I'm not even going to sign him. I'm going to develop. I'm going to trust our young guys. I'm not going to sign a single free agent this year. That's how confident I am that I think will be good next season. If not, there's always some time to make a trade. So Shaden Sharp goes up, Zubac is down. He's getting older, but he still be reliable, obviously. Dave Peterson up to an 84. Boogie Flan is up to an 85. Zealous didn't develop as much as I thought he would, so that's disappointing. Doesn't go up at all, but oh well. Mitch Robinson, Braden Burries, and Cam Christie are all up. Jordan Miller just hasn't really developed at all. So I want him to be a rotational piece as well, but he couldn't develop into something either. So just unfortunate how Mons Buzelis, I want him to be like an 88 overall at this point, but he couldn't even crack. He couldn't even crack 85. So obviously, just I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we have cap space next year. I think we should. We'll see. Do we have cap space next season? Sign a big free agent. We do. So, but we would be letting go of. Let's see. Who will be letting go of? We'll be letting go of. So Shane, all these guys are still here. We'll be letting go of Mitchell Robinson, but I think we should have enough to bring him back. So we won't be letting go of anything crazy. And then obviously, so we can let Buzelis go, and then possibly, and then Cam Christie will be back as qualifying offer most likely. But we can probably let him go, and then go after like a Ja Moran if he doesn't get extended or anything like that. I think Ja would love the city of LA, man, just for reasons, obviously. So I guess we could target Ja Morant. This year would have been near targeted free agent, but signing Shaden Sharp to a big contract, and that stopped us, but I'm not regretting it by any means. Flange, Sharp, Sensabob, Buzelis. So Buzelis, I'm begging for you to prove something before I just let you walk off, man, because right now your tendency is high in everything, so there's no reason why you should be not scoring the ball more, developing, but hopefully we at least make the playoffs this year. I don't think we own our first round pick in 2028 either. Nah, we don't. I think that goes to Philly, so I'm not quite sure. So yeah, whatever happens here goes to Philly. So unless we want to make a trade with them, which is really unlikely, they own our pick once again. So we don't have our own pick of 2030. So yeah, cooked. But we'll see what we can do. See what happens actually. Wimby is your MVP, but at the end of the season, we finished off as the fourth seed this year. So I said it only took a year of being bad, but we're back now. We got 20 from Shane Sharp, 19 from Jace Richardson. Whoa, 19. He shot 45% from three. So honestly, I think Jace Richardson might be their starting shooting guard of the future. If we can, I don't, I think he'd be a really good fit on the bench, and he plays defense. It looks like too. So we might move Shea Sharp to small forward. He's 6'5". We would have a small lineup. Luzelis averaged 16 points. He shot 30% from three, so not bad. Honestly, he doesn't have to be a superstar for us. I guess it's just fine if he becomes just a solid player. That's okay with me. 15 and 10 from Zubac, 12 from Bryce Sensabaugh as he shoots 45% from three, 12 from Flan, 11.5 from Burries, 11 from Cam Christie. He shot 31% from three. So not great. 4.5 from Sadiq White and 4 from Mitchell Robinson. So we're going to see if we can get a championship. We're going to run out our Joe Mazzulla is our head coach still. We're going to run a rotation, actually. Cam Christie's barely scratching minutes off the bench. And we'll have a really good bench, a really good team that could possibly compete for a championship. Let's get our revenge on the Warriors what they did to us. I know they have Curry, Potts, Moody, Darren Reed, and Jokic now, and Colin Sexton. But I think we could probably possibly beat them. We are down 2-1, even up 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we're gonna beat them at 6 as we got New Orleans in round 2. So New Orleans is the 1 seed. DeJounte Murray, Dylan Harper, they have AJ. It's probably why they're the 1 seed. They have AJ DeBonsta, Zion. This is a good team. We'll see. I'm not mad if we lose, but we'll see. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, they're going to take. We're up 3-1, and we're going to beat the fight. We got San Antonio. They still have Kawhi Leonard. I would doubt they do. I said I was probably a 1-year rental, like I said. They replaced them with Jimmy Butler. They're just getting old veterans just to get them championships, I guess. They're that confident of them winning. But we're going to see if we beat the Spurs. Game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, they're going to take. Game 3, and Game 4. We're going to take. Game 5, we're going to take. Can we go ahead and force a Game 7 and then make the series interesting? The Game 7 will be in San Antonio, but we win this game, I'm not ruling out all possibilities. And we're going to do it. We're going to lose. We had it. 140 to 132. We literally had it. We had the lead. What happened, bro? I actually got to see what happened, man. Flan offensive foul. So Boogie Flan got an offensive foul that ended up, or I guess somebody, so Igor Demon hit the game, or he hit the layup to obviously give us, or give them the lead. But damn, that sucks. We just lose in close fashion, but maybe the conference finals, the closest we got all video. The Spurs is going to obviously keep getting better. Curry retires, so all these guys are retiring. The Spurs just got Jimmy Butler a championship before he retire. That is crazy. We all know what they're doing too. We're just not stopping it, bro. But draft lottery time. Obviously, pick goes to Oklahoma City again, but it won't be a good pick. It'll be like so. Or never mind. Our pick goes to Philly. It'll be pick 25. Another year not having our pick. So we have so next year I think it goes to Philly again, but 2030 is our year. Hopefully we can have our own first round pick. We'll send the draft. Jim Mazzulla did a good. He's still under contract, right? Yes, he is. So we'll go straight to rookie signing. We don't have any. So Jace Richardson, Boogie Flamberry, Chuck Samuels. So I said we'll see what is. Can we sign John Morant? We could. We could sign John Morant right now. Oh, we have Zubac. Just completely forgot about business. So we have Zubac. We have $27 million. Sadly, damn, that would not be enough to get him. Ja, I would love to got him. We only have $4 million left. If we do it, we can't really dump anybody off. So damn, I guess that gene's out of the water. So we'd have to trade for a superstar if we did. But I'm fine. We don't really need one. We play it pretty good without one. Zubac's going to ask for a bag, but I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical giving any of these guys contracts, but I guess at the end of the day, Zubac was a starting center, and we have to go out and pay him. We could give him like a 2-year deal, probably or 3 years, for like 20, 30 million, 30 million on the dot. What does he say to that? We're gonna wait for wait for all these guys. There's no rush on any of these guys. Zubac might get a contract. But he's gonna go back to he can go back to that if he wants that. He can go back, dude. But we might be able to get somebody. We'll definitely see. But we're not gonna now Zubac. He could have very well signed. I gotta pay more attention. But I think eventually I'm gonna try and see if we can slide this. He's getting so much offers from every team, but obviously we're the only team that can offer him what he wants. So that's why he shouldn't leave. That's what I'm hoping. So. The offers are going down. As long as Zubac doesn't sign, we're good. He might go to Golden State really soon, so we have to. If it's 85%, he won't sign. So we have to wait. So he's not gonna sign that. So let's offer Zubac what he wants, but he deserves it, and I'm willing to pay him 3 years, 27 million to get the job done. I guess we have to pay a little bit more, so 28.75 million. So he agrees. Zubac back at starting center, averaging 15, 10 and a block. So that's good. Cam Christie, I'm actually gonna let him go because I don't know. I think we might actually even let him go. I want Jace Richardson to start this year, so we're gonna move Shane Sharp to small forward, and then I guess Bryce. Yeah, we're gonna let Cam Christie go. He wasn't that good for us. And then we could still bring him back. We'll see. But Monas Buzelis is the next guy that we have to bring back. Obviously, this is not a bad contract. I'll be willing to pay him this if anything. So Monas Buzelis for this 25 million. I guess is bad. So Monas Buzelis, welcome back. He just keeps getting better anyway. So I guess not the bad worst thing in the world. And then Cam Christie only asked for 13 million. We would have Boogie and Braden, I guess Richardson, and then we'd have Sensabaugh. So I guess there's really no spot for him now. I would look at it, but we forgot about our backup center, Mitchell Robinson, man. So we'll have to see. I might re-sign him anyway because he's obviously a big part here if we do. So we'll see if it lets me sign him. I really doubt it will, but hopefully I have confidence it will let me re-sign Mitchell Robinson. It should. But all right, let's see what we can do. So I want to see other guys will come back. Could we get Mitchell Robinson? We could. So that's huge. All right. Mitchell Robinson's back. So we have Jason Richardson, Boogie Flan, Braden, Modest Gonzalez, Bryson Sabah, Mitchell Robinson, Sadiq White, Caden Allen, and Jalen Montgomery. So these guys are all developing, which is nice. So Cam Christie, I didn't re-sign him instead. So we got Dash Daniels and Dice Daniels. I don't know why I just recently just saw that, but they're both on the Hawks. That's incredible to see the brothers both on the Hawks. So don't even know why I just randomly saw that. But all right, we're 2029 draft class, a bunch of ninth graders and crazy, or not ninth graders, eighth graders actually, but we still won't have our first round pick, which is just crazy to even think of. We have Boogie Flant, Richardson, Sharp, Zealous. So obviously none of these guys are like 90 overall. So like I said, there's a slight chance we make a move at the deadline. We'll see. Non-rotation gets Sadiq White in there. Patriots will start shooting guard this year, but I think this is maximizes our starting five. And then I said, see what we can do. We'll see if we decide to make a move, but I think we'll be good either way. I'm not gonna lie, I think we'll be good either way, bro. Hey, Broaden, not expecting Magic to say yes to this, but we just got a freaking superstar. We got Paula Bank. All right, let me see. Let me show you guys the trade. So we got Paula Bankero, a bunch of randoms for Zealous, Sadiq White, Caden Allen, and 3 firsts. I didn't expect them. I didn't show it because I didn't expect them to say yes to it. But dude, that is crazy. I did not expect to get Paula Bankero on this team by any means. So Paolo, welcome to Los Angeles. We got a deal done. So I gave up on guys, but if we get Paolo, there's obviously no denying what he could do. So that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. But Paolo was sliding in on our second power. I think I knew we were one move away at 30 and 22, the 7th seed. Dude, this should make us a lot better. We saw Boogie Flan averaging 13 and a half and 10 assists. Jace Richardson is having himself an all-star season, 24 and a half points. Shaden Sharp is still playing good. Boncaro, he's only averaging 19 points per game, but I think that's because on the Magic, there were a lot of guys with high shot tendencies. That's probably why he didn't really get to score so much. So that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, I was right. A bunch of guys are high shot tendencies. So I'm hoping we didn't just trade for a guy that's getting worse. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I don't know. We'll see. Definitely ruins the end of the bench, but Jalen Montgomery's here. He'll slide right in. We'll see you at the end of the season. Wemby is just going crazy. 31 points and 15 rebounds now. But we ended up being the 6th seed. So I don't know why things were bad or worse, but I don't even really have a clue. But we're going to go on an 8-man rotation. We got Minnesota in round 1 playing Ant. It's going to be hard. They're going to take game 1. We're just going to lose in round 1, aren't we, bro? Even this back up, round 3-1. We're eliminated. Oh, I don't want to end it off like that. I don't know why we're bad. I don't know. I have no clue. Kawhi will retire or bums. Risey hasn't retired yet, but man, I don't really know what we have to do at this point. I got this superstar and Paolo to come to LA. I really don't know what else we need. So Paulo improved his scoring, but what else do we need? I think Sharp is going to be good for us at small forward. Um, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm just gonna run it back into the year to see if we can win a championship. I think this team is completely perfect the way it's constructed. Um, we are gonna add probably another piece off the bench, though. We won't have a first round pick this year, but I'm looking at another piece off the bench. Obviously, we might even trade Jalen Montgomery away. We need a guy that can obviously do a lot of stuff for us. So Anderson and Boogie Flan will re-sign two players that obviously really impactful for us. We can sign somebody impactful, which is great. So we need somebody, which is great. So Jalen Montgomery, I don't want him to be the last out there. So we can sign either a shooting guard or power forwards. Look at what we can find. So shooting guards, Keel Alexander Walker sounds perfect of literally what we need. So Ajax is terrible in 2K, so I'm going to offer him. Keel Alexander Walker is actually productive, so I guess we can get him. And then Josh Hart is our power forward option off the bench. But I think we all know who I should go for. I'm gonna go off Nikhil Alexander Walker. So there's some young guys as well, like Jovan Sannon, but Bryce James who he develops really well. Um, I'm gonna go on Nikhil Alexander Walker though. So NAW, welcome to Los Angeles. You'll be in a perfect fit here as our backup shooting guard, and I'll see you guys now at the end of the season. SGA is your MVP. Obviously, that trade. But at the end of the season, this will be the final season. No matter what, we are the number 3 seed as we got Dallas in round one. These are player stats: 25, 24 from Jaders, and 21 from Powell, 20 from Sharp, 19 from Braden, 14 from Boogie Flan, 11 from Zubac, 11 from Sensabaugh, 3, and then 3 from NAW. But how much minutes is he getting off the bench? Yeah, I think you go 8-man rotation. Bench utilization. Gonna push that down even more. Locked in on this ring. We got Dallas around, so Kyrie, obviously, be hard. Hopefully, we don't lose though, as we're gonna beat the final. We got New Orleans. Okay, this is our championship, man. Let's lock in and get it, bro. Pelican draw is gonna be hard though. We're gonna take game one. Game two, so we're up 2-0. So like I said, this team is really good, man. I can't lie. This team is insanely good. So wouldn't be surprised if anything crazy happens. We're gonna take game three. We're gonna sweep them. Oh, that was easy. All right, now we got Oklahoma City. So the Thunder aren't usually good in 2K anymore, or since they have so many guys with high tendencies, they're at least not that good anymore. But I guess now they just have a bunch of guys at high tendencies, and it is working. So I think we can beat them, though. You have too many ball handlers, it don't work in 2K that often. So we'll see what happens, though. Gonna take game one, then gonna take game two. Wow, I spoke a lot too soon. We're gonna get swept by the Thunder, but no, you probably could have beat the Hornets. I don't know. They didn't have LaMelo anymore though. They have Boozer, Flag, Brandon Miller, Mark Williams. So I think we could have beat them. Would have beat the Thunder, but it depends if the Thunder are losing any guys at free agency. Then we'll probably go another year. If there are any guys at free agency, Chad, J. Peterson could leave. Harrelson might leave. Or okay, Stokes and so Stokes is on a team option. Grimes probably leave. I mean, we could go one more year. I think we'll go one more year. One final season on this rebuild. All right, so the final season, we're the 5th seed. We can see if we win a championship, obviously. Brought back the entire team. So here we go. Got OKC in round one. We are going to lose in 7. So I don't end it all. We put together really good teams. Couldn't really turn anything. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.